Hey, everybody. Hope that you are staying encouraged and during this fast, especially as we keep pushing to the finish line of this time of really trying to let go of some things that are a normal part of our life, maybe some food, some social media, whatever that is, and grabbing a hold a little bit more of Jesus and time and space with Him. And I hope your heart's encouraged. And I was thinking about this stage of the fast, and we are getting close to the end and pushing through the finish line. And it made me think a little bit about a couple of friends that I have who I talk to fairly frequently, but I talk to them by text, occasionally a phone call, one of them by Zoom quite a bit, because neither one of them live near here. We're pretty spread out geographically, but they have continued to be incredible friends. And so I love talking to them. I love when we get a chance to connect, even if it is by text one evening or a short phone call some Saturday morning or a longer Zoom call. Love every one of those. Look forward to them. Look forward to even the chance of those happening. Recently, I was actually able to see one of them. We were actually able to get in the same location and spend a good portion of a day together. And when I knew that was coming, there was this whole added layer of excitement and anticipation, enthusiasm in me. I couldn't wait. Again, I might see these friends once or twice a year. And so when I do, I really, really look forward to it and I cherish the time. And it made me think about this fasting dynamic that we're in. And fasting certainly is hard. There's a sacrifice to it, and that's great and that's okay. Um, but I also thought, boy, you know what also isn't part of fasting is some excitement. The anticipation of being a little more in tune with Jesus, the anticipation of being a little more intentional about the time I get with Him, a little more intentional about the quantity of time I get with Him. And it doesn't always, feel like the heavens have opened. They're not all dramatic moments. But I just began to ask myself the question inside of the fast, like, do I have a heart of excitement? Is my posture, is my response to Jesus one of excitement because of the reality that I'm just getting more concentrated time with Him? And here's the catch, right? Yes, He's with us 24/7. Jesus is always with us. The psalmist wrote that we can't go anywhere and get outside of His presence. Even if we're trying to get away from Him, His presence is there. We may be ignoring it or resisting it, but it is there. So yes, He's with us all the time. But there's a difference between Jesus always being there and us being fully aware, or us creating more intentional awareness and time of Him, more time to pray, more time to ponder Him and think about Him, more time to engage the scriptures, or more time to worship. There's just something different about that, much like there's something different about me getting to text a friend or even be on a phone call or Zoom with a friend than there is being with that person. Proximity matters. Togetherness matters. It does make a difference. And so, what I want to maybe invite us into in these final days of this 21 days of fasting is just to ask, would we be excited? Even if the fast is hard, even if we're ready for it to be done, even if we're grateful for what's happened, but struggling a little bit to finish, would we be excited about just more time, more energy, more intentionality of being with Jesus in these closing days, excited about a more tangible sense of His presence, excited about taking hold of more of what He has for us, excited simply to be with Him. And here's the other side of all this. I really am convinced Jesus is excited to be with us. He's excited to be with us. The writer of Hebrews talked about the joy set before God before Jesus is what helped Him endure the cross. Some of that joy was obedience to His Father and being reunited to His Father, but some of that joy was being with us. He's excited about being with us. You've heard me say it a million times. I love the fact that when somebody responds to Jesus, all of heaven goes nuts. It's the greatest celebration over and over again. Why? Because He's excited to be with us. So in this fast, in these final days, Jesus is excited to be with us. As we push through the finish line, let's be excited to be with Him. And whatever that looks like, again, a little more scripture, a little more worship, a little more prayer, a little more Jesus shaped conversation, whatever that is, let's be excited to be with him. And I hope that adds a little fuel to these final days. I hope that excitement to be with him can be how we live, can be what defines our posture and our response to his goodness and his generosity and his excitement to be with us. Hey, church, we're close to the end. Let's do this thing. And I can't wait to tell some of the stories of all that we've experienced with Jesus in these 21 days together.